The race for governor is often one of the most closely watched contests on the ballot. The position carries significant influence over state policy, budget, and legislations. Dr. Megan Leonard, an associate professor in the Department of Politics and Government at Illinois State University, is breaking down what voters should know and understand about this high-stakes race. Now, Dr. Leonard, when voters are considering candidates for governor, what are some of the major issues in the governor's control?
Yeah, this is a really great question because right now we see a lot of governors on sort of a national political stage, talking a lot about things that they might not be able to control. Right, the governor is the executive in the state, so what they can control has to do with state law. State policy and state outcomes. The governors have no role in foreign policy or national policy. So a lot of what a governor does is encourage the state legislature to pass a budget in line with their preferences. They can sign or veto legislation passed by the state legislature. And important things that happen in state politics are especially education is an important state politics issue, taxing, property taxes, how we run elections. All of these things happen within a state, and who you vote for governor can have a real impact on those state level policy areas. So there are, gubernatorial groups that go to Washington and can have an effect on national policy. And certainly we see groups of governors band together to either file lawsuits or work together to encourage national policy. And we have a governor who is pretty well known on the national stage, who speaks out nationally and has a large sort of national following, if you will. And so governors with other governors can team up and affect national policy, but really their day-to-day job is ensuring that what happens in Illinois, right, is how.
Now, Governor Pritzker could become the first governor to secure a third term in Illinois history. As of now, 4 Republicans are stepping in, including longtime opponent and frontrunner Darren Bailey. What is the temperature of this race, would you say?
In a state that is a blue state that tends to elect statewide Democrats, we have a history of electing Republican governors. And so I think the lack of attention to the Republican gubernatorial primary is maybe a miscalculation, right? That it could be a competitive race in November.